Good, whatever time of day it is you happen to be listening. This is the P&A Podcast Express coming to you live from the Palm Street studio located in downtown Deckerville. Adam and Phil with you here as always. We've got a couple featured guests in the house.
Right.
We've got Brian with us.
The Blade.
We also have the Grumpy Griller. Jeff is with us.
Welcome, guys. It's Sunday night. We're here. In the studio. Fucking time change. What the fuck?
How was your shit show of a weekend?
Well, not as bad as yours. We'll talk about yours, but do you want me to break into mine? Because it's semi-interesting.
Yeah.
So we DJ'd an event last night, which went really well. I think the Carsonville Fire Department raised quite a bit of coin.
I think they did all right.
I think they did just fine, and they took care of us. And so afterwards, I'd had a lot to drink. And they had the after party at Rumors, and yes, it's Rumors with a Z, which is it's against my core values to ever patronize an establishment that puts a Z where an S should be, but I've been there once.
Emotional, damn it.
Basically. So I didn't go to the after party, and I trucked back to Deckerville here from Carsonville, and I did stop at the tavern, but nobody was there. I had one beer there, maybe two, possibly five. I don't know. It's hard. It's a blurred line, right? I don't know. Don't cost nothing.
More than, yeah.
So I was probably at I was at the 20 plus beer mark for the night. So I decided I should go home. It's time to go home. And I make it home just fine. I'm almost at the finish line. I literally have my keys in my hand. And I step on the no-no board.
Oh, the broken board.
Right by the door. And go all the way through with my right leg. Through the board in the porch. Meanwhile, I ram up against the door, bend my key fully, reap. So basically, the key that I was about to put in the door now looks from straight to this.
Bent carrot.
And also the key ring is like bent all the fuck. And I'm drunk as shit. It's probably about midnight. It's cold as balls out. And all I feel is immense pain coming from my knee as I'm stuck up to my knee, one leg, leaning against the doorway.
What the dog doing?
Up against the door. Door I thought was locked at the time. Luckily, door was not. But it took me anywhere between, from best I can gather, and drunk time, it seemed like a long time. And when drunk time seems like a long time, I was probably sat there trying to figure out how to get out of this hole for anywhere between 7 to 24 minutes, I figured.
That makes sense.
And then I started getting cold, and I'm like, I got to do something. I'm like, I don't even know what to do here. Like, so if you drove by at any point, you probably saw me with like one leg leaning against my door, one leg through the deck to the bottom. And I'm thinking to myself, I don't know. I don't even know how bad I'm hurt at this point, because all I feel is pain.
You haven't done inventory yet.
I just feel pain, and I'm thinking to myself, what's going to happen when I pull this thing out? And so finally I just man up and do it. Pull it out, and I look down, and I'm like, that wasn't so bad. Still hurting. And then I look down at my key, and I think to myself, fuck. And then I'm like, wait a minute. I don't think I locked the door. So I went, whoop, went in, dropped the keys on the floor. There was a trail of clothes to my bed. And then apparently about 1:30, I rolled over on my phone and accidentally called Nasa like twice. And she's like, are you okay? Are you okay? I'm like, I'm fine. I'm home and in bed. But I did have a little bit of a mishap. And so I'm alive. I got some nice scuffs, scrapes, and bruises.
Jeez, oh Pete.
Yeah. But I'm alive and I'm okay. None worse for the wear. But I knew it was going to fucking hurt. For one, much like drunk time, when it moves slow, that was a lot of time. Two, when you're that fucked up and it hurts already, you're like, this isn't going to be good. Sure enough, it hurts like a bitch today, but I can manage. Luckily, it didn't fuck up anything in the joint. It's pretty topical. So it's just a bruise and scrape. So it's just merely a flesh wound. I was worried that I fucked my knee up bad, though. As I'm sitting there, I'm like, I might have just fucked my whole knee up. But structurally, I think we're good. Stupidity-wise, still dumb as shit. And we made it through. So there we go. So then I conveniently put that other little board just on top today to quickly so nobody like steps through again. Because
I did see that and I thought, what a really piss poor way to fix that.
Well, I had a busy day, so I really didn't get here till about 25 after 6. Because I had to get the Mini Cooper going today. I had all kinds of other things going today, too.
Gotcha.
Plus, I had to day drink a little bit, too, because I didn't apparently learn enough last night.
Well, exactly.
But I only had four beers so far today. So we're good. We're okay, guys.
Well, you need those recuperation beers.
Right, you need those recuperation beers. So that's the story of me punching my foot through the fucking deck when I was drunk as shit. And it had to be a sight to see, though. Me, 1 foot on the deck, 1 foot through the deck, just leaning against the door. Like, yeah.
So, so Phil, I got one question.
Yes.
Is there any security cam footage of this incident?
I don't have my cameras up yet, but I do have them. I wish, but the neighbors do. And I'll see. Can you see I'm going to ask the neighbor. Can you see my back porch? Can you go back to like anywhere between 10:45 and 11:45 last night? And it's probably this thunder. By how that key's bent, I had to fucking hit hard. I'm shocked I don't have bruises anywhere else because I remember face planting on the door.
I'm surprised you didn't break the glass on your storm door.
I really am too. No, I'd opened the storm door.
Oh, okay.
Because I remember I went through and I went fuck, and then the storm door went wham and hit me after. And then I went fuck again. So. Yeah,
this is just a late spring or late winter reenactment of Home Alone.
Right. So, but I'm okay, everybody. Yeah, it's got nothing to do with me, but I'm okay, everybody. I'm okay. A little worse for the wear. I don't think we learned any lessons here.
Well, no, apparently not.
But I didn't fuck myself up too bad, so we're okay.
I'm actually surprised that you just don't have like a piece of like athletic tape across that hole.
Do not step here. But
you don't need listeners like that.
Take a look at it when you leave if you want to, and you can see it and you can picture it in your brain. How I just, why would I ever decide to step there? I knew that board was bad, but I was drunk as shit. But I remember because I stepped hard. Like, you know how,
dude, it's only like a little board. It's like a 4-inch wide board.
I know, but I stepped hard and sideways and went through. It gouged me pretty good. It's got It's got me pretty. But then I was stuck too. Like I went to move my leg and I'm like, fuck, I can't even move.
No.
So I finally had to do.
Did you go down like past the knee?
Just up to it went right up to there. So right at the knee exactly. And so I'm like, how am I? And I finally just had to like. I mean, if I had a leather wallet, I would have put it in my mouth and just pulled it out. But instead, I just had to like raw dog it the other way. And I remember pulling out, and there was this instant relief. And then I said, "Fuck." I would like to say I'm never going to do this again, but chances are I probably will.
Well, you may need to think about deck replacement.
Yes, I actually thought of that today. It's probably time to get rid of that. Deck's been on there forever. And it's a big deck, and I like having a big deck. People think it's visually pleasing to have a big deck.
Yeah.
But it's also quite a rotten deck at this point, I feel like.
I feel
and
like
people do not like rotten decks.
That might not be the only board that has that issue.
So I'm thinking I might downsize my deck. But
well, you'd really have to trim the bushes to make up for the for the size.
I think if I trim the bushes and downside the deck aesthetically, it would still be quite pleasing to most people.
Maybe.
Maybe. We'll see. But anyway, so yeah,
it's better than a broken deck.
It's true. You do not want a bent carrot broken deck.
No.
Jesus Christ. When that went through, that's the first thing I thought is motherfucking deck.
Oh, dear Lord.
So that was my adventure after I got home last night from what was a lovely evening, by the way.
Yeah, it was very good.
And honestly, had none of that happened, it would have been splendid. But so that's why it was an adventure. I mean, at least there were no police involved. There could have been, though. I'm surprised nobody called. They're probably like, some fat guy stuck in his deck.
Actually, Cookie would have been sending stuff to the text group.
I just heard on the scanner.
Phil, somebody said there's a fat clown stuck on a deck on Palm Street. What are you seeing?
But the whole time, too, my phone was in my back pocket, and I didn't even think to grab it or anything, and I don't know why. I'm sitting there, I'm like, I don't know what to do in this situation.
Call the jaws of life.
I think I was partially, but who am I going to bring a cherry picker, bring a crane, bring a whatever? How the fuck?
Is there something special I should be doing with my hands? I don't know.
Like, I don't know how long I was stuck there. I started to get cold, and I don't get cold, so chances are it was probably more toward the 20-minute mark I had my foot through this deck as I'm sitting there.
I really hope you're able to get the security cam footage from the neighbors.
If I do, we'll post it on our Facebook page.
At 4 speed and with yakety sax in the background.
Yeah. Done.
The Benny Hill music. We could have a few versions.
So that was my adventure last night after I departed from your company there, Adam, of DJ in the Carsonville Fire Department.
You know, there was part of me that thought, don't leave him unsupervised. This will not end well.
Clearly, no.
Yeah, but it would have been in the world of shit if you were the one to fall through that deck. So really, this is the best case scenario if that board had to break.
Well, yeah, absolutely. And now there's like a really makeshift trip hazard there now. So
I saw that board. It's like, oh, Phil's been in handyman mode today. Good on him.
It's just sitting there. It's not screwed down. It's just basically it's just a plank covering the hole. That's it. Just like you're on your own, fuckos.
It's handy with an eye.
So literally my repair for that was to grab that board from the garage and throw it there. It took longer for the garage door to go up than it did for me to make that repair. I'll do an official repair.
No, you won't.
You're right, I won't. Fuck you guys.
Hey, he mentioned it's there. That's all that needs to happen. We are aware that it's there.
Now we are.
If you
learn when we come in.
If you wind up hitting it just wrong and smacking yourself in the head with it, well, tough shit, that's on you.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised it took this long because that board's been fucked for like 3 years.
Well, you know, it's funny because last time we left, Mary was like, don't step there. And my foot was 3/4 on the other board.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm fine. I'm okay. She's like, that's bending. I'm like, okay, maybe I need to watch that a little bit. Now I really need to watch it.
Adam, you need to fire up the 3D printer and get some orange traffic cones.
Let's not fix it. Let's just put up traffic cones.
I like it. Well, that's what they do in Sandusky.
At the Pedo Island, yeah.
Yeah.
Just put up signs.
Yeah.
Or do you have your trailer hitch covers handy? Those could work in a pinch.
Yeah.
They're kind of like a traffic cone.
If you would have put the butt plug in the right place, I probably would have. I would have damn near jammed me up the arse the way I went down.
I'm glad you weren't hauling one of those with you.
Could you imagine? So anyway, yeah. So
This would be a whole different story.
So yeah, my foot went through the deck last night.
Well, still probably a better weekend than I had.
I'm fine. I'm okay with it. Does it hurt? Yes, but like I said, I was so worried I fucked my knee up bad. But knee's fine. It's just flesh wound. It's just got to heal now. Just burns more than anything.
Yeah, we should put some alcohol on it today. There you go.
I'm trying to from the inside.
Go down to Brown's, get a 40, pour one out.
What's happening, dickhead?
Was up. No risk of infection.
No risk of infection that way. You're fine.
So on Friday, Mary and I are leaving the house. Anthony's coming home, him and his girlfriend, and so we're like, yeah, we better go up to Walmart quick and get a few things. And we were just going to grab some drinks and stuff, and we get to the end of the driveway, and my phone rings, and it's Anthony. and I pick it up. I'm like, hey, how's it going? I can immediately tell by the tone of his voice, he's like, hey.
You're like, oh, shit.
I'm like, what's wrong? Well, I was driving. Keep in mind, he's driving a 2002 Subaru Outback with a questionable amount of miles on it because we didn't really know. The odometer was not working properly on that thing. So I'm guessing upwards of over 300,000.
Did you pick it up from a nice lesbian couple?
No, but that's what bought it.
Urban hikers and lesbian couples everywhere love Subarus.
So he's like, so I'm about 4 miles from Imlay City on 69, and I was driving along, and my oil light flashed a couple times, and then my engine started making a horrible noise. I pulled off the freeway, and I'm on the side of the freeway, and my car won't do anything. I'm like, nothing? He's like, well, let me try and start it.
Ah!
Horrible noise comes from the thing. It's not going to start. I'm like, oh. So at this point, I've already like pulled out and I'm heading towards Sandusky. I immediately turn around, start heading south. Mary's like, I don't have my phone or anything on me. Should we grab my phone and my wallet? Like, yeah, we probably should. So we head back home. We grab that. I think, okay, well, my brother doesn't live far from there. I'm going to call him because Anthony tells me too. He's like, I've been getting like cars are flying by us on the freeway, and I'm like by an overpass. I don't have a lot of room on the shoulder, so semi trucks are blasting right by us, and I'm like, I'll call Uncle Randy and see if he can come pick you up. So my brother goes and picks him up. We meet him in Imlay City. We find a tow company because I'm like, he's like, well, what'll happen if I just leave it there for right now? I'm like, the police will tow it, and then it's going to cost you, major money if they tow it. And so we call a tow company, and then we call dispatch, let them know that they're coming to get it. And so we talked to the tow guy who's got a mechanic shop and a salvage yard. And I'm like, what do you think on that? He goes, well, the deck on the tow truck was covered in oil.
Oh,
and there's like a hole that I could almost stick my head in the bottom of that engine.
Oh, geez.
he grenaded the fucking
He's
thing.
like, so I don't think that is recoverable. And he's like, I could tell by the noises that the steering was making as I was moving it off that it's probably not worth putting a new engine. And then I'm like, no. So basically Anthony made $100 on after the towing. The guy gave him $100 for the vehicle for scrap. So he's like, I got to teach on Monday. I'm like, you're going to have to take a day off because I don't know any way that we're going to get you a car. It's late Friday night at this point. We're 9:00 getting home.
You forgot one important part of the story that I love. You asking him when was the last time he checked the oil.
Oh, yeah. When was the last time you checked the oil? And, of course, his memory was not good on that because I don't think it had ever happened.
Did he ever change it?
He's like, I don't know how to check
Change
the oil.
it.
I don't even know how to open the hood on it.
So we're sitting there, and on the way home, I think I'm going to send my buddy a text and find out what he's got for vehicles because he's got a bunch of cars for sale right by my house. And I'm like, Brad, what do you have? And so he's like, really, I don't have anything on the lot because everybody's gotten their tax returns. So I have no vehicles.
Lots of TVs going out of Walmart too.
Yeah. Oh, definitely seen that the other day.
Yeah.
So he's like, but I do have one of the driver's ed cars because he bought a driver's ed company, and he's like, I do have one of their driver's ed cars that I took off the road that's in real good shape and pretty decent car. And I'm like, well, let's see what we can make happen. So because he's got a car dealership and he had that car sitting there, he was able to go online and do the title transfer, all that kind of stuff. And we got Anthony on the road about, right about 6:00, he started to head out. And, probably about 6:15.
Did you teach him how to check the oil in this one?
His girlfriend made him check the oil before he left. He's like, I could see on the sticker, it's got like 2,500 miles before the oil change is due. She's like, check it.
Check it.
So she's a good kid.
These grenaded the thing if there's a hole that big in that engine block.
Yeah,
Holy
which
cripes.
What
this
the
thing,
dog doing?
this thing was again, he had a lady hit him, T-boned him in the car that he had. We bought this Subaru. It was supposed to last like a year. That was like 2.5 years ago. And dear Lord, that poor car. I can only imagine the lesbian orgies that it had in it, but as well as the fact that
you made a nightmare out of my beautiful Subaru.
it just, that thing just had the shit beat out of it. So it served him well because we literally bought it with the idea that, well, hopefully this can last you
A year.
not even.
Yeah.
That one we were like, if this thing can last you 6 months, it's done its job. He was in the middle of finishing up college before he had to go student teach and all that. And it got him through that. It got him through student teaching, and it got him through almost a full year of teaching. And it's dead now.
So that'll do, Les Baru. That'll do.
Yes.
Well, some of those Subaru engines, I mean, they're a real bitch if the timing chain goes out on them. And
They got
Yeah.
that 4-cylinder opposed, that boxer engine.
yeah,
Because NASA has one, and we're dealing with it right now, too. That thing uses oil. Holy cripes. So the key is, and if you're listening out there in Subaru land, they recommend a very thin light oil because they build the engines with very small tolerances, which is the problem. If you want to burn less oil, put a heavier test weight oil in it. You're still going to burn oil, but it's going to be less. Because she was putting like a quart in it every 1,000 miles, and I'm like, that's too much. And we switched to a heavier test weight, and now it's a quart about every 1,800 miles. So.
Yeah.
But they're known for that. They're just known for that.
Anthony's car now uses 0 amount of oil.
There you go. My truck actually does.
Does it?
Oh, yeah, because I could tell because the other day something fucked up on it, and I knew I was due for an oil change. And I checked, and it wasn't even on the dipstick. And I'm like, ooh, that's not good.
No.
Yeah.
what engine you got in that?
The 2.7 liter turbocharge.
All the new vehicles.
What year is it?
It's a 2020.
Okay.
It's a piece of shit. Holy Christ. Transmission sucks in it. It uses oil. I'm probably going to be looking to trade it in this summer, I think. I love the truck. I love everything about it. I love the user interface, everything, the cab, everything. But it just mechanically, that engine and that transmission just suck ass. They're just nothing but problems,
So because Anthony's vehicle was a driver's training vehicle, they took the lettering off of it, but it still says, you can still see the outline around the letters where it says student driver. And I said, if you don't polish off the ENT in student and make it stud driver,
Yes.
I'm going to be very disappointed in you.
Palm Tree stud.
Yes. So he's got a mission now. He's got to get that done. But overall, I'm still shocked that within 48 hours he went from being stranded on the side of the road with no vehicle, hoping that if he took Monday off, we could get it done. And
Well, kudos to your friend.
he's on the road. Brad pulled out all the stops.
Brad's a good dude.
Big shout out to Thumb Trailer and Auto
Yeah.
for getting that done. That was pretty fantastic.
Go see Bazy Wazy if you
Yeah.
need tires, a car, a trailer, or to learn how to drive.
Yeah, he's got pretty much everything vehicle covered.
Yeah, or an oil change.
I never thought about the monarchy he has on.
He's really dominating it all.
Yeah,
He owns the corner of French Line Road there.
Yeah.
yeah,
Corner, yeah. Just go see him if you need any of those things.
and he's the mayor of Cash.
The mayor of
Deckerville.
cash. You got to spell cash with a dollar sign
Yeah,
on the S, though. That's gangsta.
yeah, exactly. So yeah, very happy to have been able to call in a favor on that.
And on top of that, we DJ'd the event last night. So, wow.
Yeah, which I had to give my part of that to Anthony to buy a car.
So when they paid us, they had put it together with painter's tape, and I was so fucked up. Last night I was down at the bar and I went to pay Sarah, and I went to rip the painter's tape off of it and ripped one of the $20 bills in half. So I just put it back together on the painter's tape and handed it to her and said, "You deal with this."
Well, do you not remember? Do you not remember at the event? You did that. You ripped it in half at the event, and you took the painter's tape. And you're like, they're fixed, and then you put it away. They're fixed. Oh, dear Lord!
So let me tell you what I learned. What I've learned from all of this. Don't take a box of Coors Light to an event and only eat one hot dog.
You know, I was going to mention we should have gotten more hot dogs.
We should have probably gotten anywhere between 3 to 11.
Well, especially when they went on sale for $1.
Oh, Jesus.
I thought for sure.
I could have gotten 20 of them with painter's tape
But at
done.
least got 10 of them.
I was going to say for that 20, they'd only give you 10, but
Losing money by not buying hot dogs at $1 a crack.
Right?
you even made an announcement that you can go up there for $10. You can feed your whole family for a day.
That sounds like drunk smart-ass Phil.
It very much was.
And you said my farewell speech at the end of the night was
It was so long.
I was so drunk.
I'm sitting there, the song's getting ready to end, and I'm just like, come on, wrap it up. They're putting everything away. They're starting to pull in the fire trucks. The doors are opening. I'm like, come on, Phil.
See what happens when you let me do the mic work?
You know, you did an outstanding job. I was very impressed.
And for those of you out there that don't know, if in case you have never listened to this podcast before, which kudos to you if you're listening now, I typically don't do the mic work. But last night I started and I dove right in and did it all. I said, Adam, I got this. You just do what you're doing over there.
If you remember right, the last time we were there doing a cornhole tournament, you and Junior did all the mic work.
Yeah. Look at me. Is that growth?
Maybe.
And then I put my leg through my deck.
You should have took a cue from the Oscars and Phil started getting along. Just start playing the music.
I had music playing.
It started getting louder, and I'm like, I just talked louder.
I needed Will Smith to come up and smack you and go, keep the thank yous out your fucking mouth.
At least I was thanking people and not motherfucking people.
Yeah, I don't remember if you let any of those loose, but no, I mean, it was a very, very heartfelt, redundant speech.
It was from the Department of Redundancy Department.
It was.
Well, the problem was I finished my box of beer, and then they kept bringing me beers.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
If only Anthony Subaru was as well lubricated as Phil.
Well, you know, this is a sad part, is Anthony and I we were talking about how bulletproof that car was a few weeks ago. And he's like, I wonder if I just drained all the oil from it and ran it, how long it would run. I'm like, well, you know now.
Well, how far did he make it from his house to wherever it quit? Because it probably had no oil when he started. So there's your answer.
He lives on the south side of Lansing, and he was 4 exits from Imlay City.
So I would say it probably had no oil to start that trek. So
I would say so as well.
Well, you don't know. If you blew a bearing or something and blew through the side of the block, all the oil is going to go out. I mean,
Well, yeah.
Well, that's right. If there was oil on the deck of the tow truck, then there was oil in it. So that's the ramrod.
That is
that's
true.
the ramrod speech. If it's leaking oil, it's got oil.
Yeah. Well, and so, I mean, what do you think happened?
probably blew a timing belt in, and then the freaking valve and the piston hit. And
Probably just everything ran into each other, just grenaded itself.
Well, and like I say, pushing the 300,000 mile mark, and I wouldn't say it was an exceptionally well taken care of vehicle.
Yeah.
So
So
that's gonna
300,000
happen.
for any gas engine, 300,000 miles is tough, even with good standard maintenance practices, because let's face it, the tolerances at which they're built with just aren't the same as they used to be years ago. Even though they say they are, they're not. So
Well,
they're
there's
so tight now.
yeah.
yeah.
Like a tiger.
So they can just beat each other up. One small thing goes out of whack, and
I mean, you gotta run 0.5 oil. I mean,
yeah.
that's
Yeah.
So that's what that Subaru of Nasa's runs is 0W10. That's what they call for.
Jesus.
I put 5W30 in there. It runs just fine, and but it doesn't burn as much because it's heavier.
Right.
So
Yeah, you'll probably blow that up on her too.
hopefully, I think
I'll make sure you've got Brad's number.
Well, she's already got a truck. I've got a truck. I've got a Mini Cooper. We'll be all right.
Yeah.
Which I drove the Mini Cooper today.
I see you broke the Mini out.
Yeah, well, Kyle's in the studio here. I'm a good friend. His truck is down for repairs, so I said you could borrow the Mini.
He's got a motherfucking limo.
He doesn't want to drive the limo everywhere.
Oh, come on. Drive the limo everywhere.
You can't daily a limo. Yeah,
Bullshit.
they're not built to daily. Just the
You're
sheer,
just not trying hard enough.
Yeah, no shit.
just the sheer length of it means with that frame, you shouldn't daily that thing.
I would totally drive that thing, and I would get out and I would stand by the rear door like I was going to let somebody important out just to see how many people stop by to see who I'm letting out.
I mean, that's a good idea. That's actually a solid fucking plan.
Yeah.
And then our dipshit asses to get out.
Enter and exit the vehicle from the rear door, even if you're driving the son of a bitch.
You gotta go through the little divider, crawl through it. So the Mini Cooper today, I will say this. It's been parked at Nace's house by the shed since before Christmas. I drove it that one day and the roads were shitty, and I said, I can't drive this thing when the roads are bad. So I just parked it for the winter, pulled the insurance off of it, let it sit. Since before Christmas. So what, 2.5 months?
Yeah.
I pulled my truck up today to jump start it, and I got all ready, but I'm like, well, we'll see. I'll get in it and everything. And this motherfucking car, literally, I sat in it. It rolled over 4 times, and I'm like, holy shit! It fired and then it quit, and I hit the key again and it started right up. I'm shocked by that.
Yeah.
So,
Did you check the oil in it?
I have not yet. Yeah, check the oil, please.
Probably holds about a quart.
So anyway, though, I'm driving back from her house to bring it here, and I hit about Stringer Road, and I was doing about 65, 70. I'm like, we'll just punch it and see what she does. And before I knew it, I was doing 103. And that's scary in that fucking car because
Oh, yeah.
that fucker's
Especially now with all
tiny.
the frost coming out of the road.
Right. So I was doing 103 in that thing.
And it's kind of like being on a roller skate.
It's a go-kart. It's essentially a go-kart.
Yeah.
And doing 103 in a go-kart will really pucker your butt a little bit.
Oh, for sure.
But
Don't want to have a gust of wind because you're going.
Oh, yeah. That's the kind of car that gets you a story written about you if you cross the Mackinac Bridge.
you might go for a tumble.
Lots of,
They'll find you with the crew of the Edmund Fitzgerald.
yeah.
Although that was Lake Superior. And you're either going to go into Lake Huron or Lake Michigan.
Not with a big enough wind. It'd carry you right out there.
So you just set sail. Could you imagine? What kind of fucking horror movie would that be? That'd be awesome. Phil NATO.
I think you saw that last night when you got home on your deck.
I did. Accurate.
Cause more property damage than any anything else going on around here.
You know, you could get a big enough parachute for that thing and turn it into a paramotor deal. And
Right?
Yeah. What would it take? About 3 yards of material?
probably.
I really wanted to build a little cradle for it and take it out to McConaughey's shop and lift it up on the crane just for shits and giggles.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. Like move it around the shop up in the air on the crane.
Yeah.
Take a
Why
video
not?
of it. Yeah, why not?
Well, and why couldn't you you see those guys where they do like the thing where they get on a pond and they take the hydro hoe and they hook a rope to it and they spin it around and they
Oh, yeah.
have people water ski? You could do the same thing with that car.
Just swing the Mini Cooper around with a...
Yeah.
You could take the Mini out ice fishing, stud tires up.
Oh, yeah.
Put a hole in the floorboard and just fish right out of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wouldn't need a shanty. It's light enough.
I like it. That's actually next winter. That's what we'll do.
Yeah, just make sure your phone doesn't fall out of the cup holder.
Right? Shit.
One ping only.
Motherfucker. I sent that video. Do you like that video?
I did.
Honestly, an exact reenactment of how it went. How he didn't react and the fucking phone just went right in the hole. He just sat there disappointed looking at it.
Well, what are you going to do? I mean,
Right. At that point, it's too late.
We have to do our weekly
Checking in with my phone, my iPhone 7.
still going strong.
Yeah.
Wow. I
We
can't.
know that's not the stock battery.
I can't wait for spring when somebody actually finds that thing out there.
Dude, nobody is diving to the bottom of any depth of water to get that phone.
It's already encrusted in muscles.
Yeah. It was before it hit the bottom.
I can't tell you the last time I actually cleaned that thing, so there's probably so much bacteria on it, it's probably created a whole new
There's a whole new ecosystem.
ecosystem in the bay. Yeah.
Why have all the perch died in the lake? Well, shit, someone lost their phone and...
There's some pretty nasty shit on there. There's 7 years worth of stuff. And that's not even opening up and looking at the browser history.
Oh, boy.
Oh, this guy didn't discover incognito mode.
If you do recover my phone, do not flip open the private tabs. Just a warning. Just a warning. Unless you're into that sort of thing.
Oh, boy.
Let's see what this guy's got on the private tabs. Uh-oh.
Is that a midget?
It's blowing up. Is it Anthony telling you the car is...
It's not. I don't know who it is.
You probably should answer.
I'm
Right?
not connected to Bluetooth or anything, though.
Oh, here.
We'll be ready for the next time they call. Isn't that a nice ringtone, though?
Yeah.
Calming.
Nice and soothing. Doesn't immediately piss you off that it's ringing.
That's a pro tip for you. If you ever want to set your alarm to a song in the morning, don't do it. If it's a song you love, do it to a song you don't like or moderately hate. Because eventually you're going to start to hate it. Because I did that with Led Zeppelin. I forget which song. The song remains the same, or one of them that I really enjoyed. And after about 3 months, I'm like, I got to change this. It's starting to piss me off. They took something beautiful I loved and ruined it. I did.
Yeah, you did it yourself.
Yeah. So don't make one of your favorite songs your alarm tone.
Yeah.
It turns into a Pavlovian response to hatred whenever you...
Fuck!
Yep.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So use 99 Red Balloons or any Billie Eilish song and you'll be fine because you already hate it. So actually, it's probably a solid play. You're going to scramble so quickly to turn the fucker off that you're going to get out of bed.
I made your ringtone Chumbawamba just because I knew it would never, ever go off.
Is it at least tub thumping?
Well, yeah.
Okay. All right. Because, they had 3 albums.
But
Nobody really knows that about
Falls through the
Chumbawamba.
deck and gets back up again.
Phil falls through the deck and he gets up again.
But it's only
Yeah,
the
the
part.
cedar drink.
It's only the
Pissing
part
the
with
night
the
away.
chick singing.
Yeah.
Yeah, the pissing the night away part.
Sounds legit. I like it. I'll allow it. Is your phone going to ring again now or no?
I'm going to call this number back.
Let's call him back. Let's see what's going on.
Oh, it's ringing.
It's the rototiller guy.
Sounds like a telemarketer.
Well, what the heck?
Oh, jeez.
Well, hello. How
I
are
just-
you?
Never call your mom. So I called the podcast, and you still don't answer the phone.
What am I in trouble for now? So
WTH, Phil.
what the hell? Whiskey Tango Foxtrot. Okay.
Yeah.
So what's going on, mother?
We are, we're in Decatur, Michigan.
Tata,
We're going
Michigan.
To Decatur, Michigan.
Decatur.
And we are going to Battle Creek tomorrow. Yeah.
Battle Creek.
We're going to Battle Creek for Pro Start Comp tomorrow morning.
On a Monday?
Yep, Monday and Tuesday. Did you take care of my dog?
Was I supposed to?
Question mark.
Holy shit, was I supposed to?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Poor Libby.
You better thank your dad. He's been coming to your rescue.
Poor Libby. That damn dog.
Phil, I
That
can't
damn
believe
dog.
you.
It's got nothing to do with me, okay.
Well, I'm glad he did because Well, last night I was going to go by on my way to Carsonville, but then I realized that I don't need to go by your house to go to Carsonville, so I didn't.
You know, that would have been a little out of your way. Just a little.
Right.
Just out of your way, yeah.
So tomorrow starts the competition. You guys went there, what, today or yesterday?
We came yesterday, and we're in an Airbnb.
Oh, boy.
It's very nice. There is 14 contestants and 3 chaperones, and they have a pool and a hot tub
That's better than
and a bar and a non-alcoholic drink.
I want to travel on you guys' budget. Jeez.
Well, we blew the budget. We really, really blew the budget. I don't think
When we
gonna
Airbnb'd it for state bowling tournament, we had a designated fart room which Junior did not use.
we have a designated poop room.
Yep. We did too. It's an unspoken rule. If there's a bathroom that doesn't have a shower and or bathtub, that's the pooping bathroom.
Yep. Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Where have you been?
Everybody sounds pretty giggly there for non-alcoholic drinks.
Well, we are just giddy on happiness.
They're high on life.
High on
Phil,
life.
you do not need alcohol. You can be giddy on happiness.
No, you can't.
Yes, I'm working on that. I'm very much working on that. You don't want to hear about last night then?
Probably not right now. I have virgin ears.
Let's just say I'm still alive. I'm still alive. So,
Well, my gosh.
You couldn't
If
be
you were
worse.
cornholing it, I don't want to hear about it.
He was,
There was a hole involved.
and he was very thankful. He also had some deck play.
yeah.
Oh, good grief.
So that board everybody's been after me about in the deck to replace by the door got me last night. So
Well, guess what, Phil? It's time to replace the board by the door that got you.
I think so.
You did.
Yeah, I did. I put a board over top of it
Let's
today.
wait till it breaks.
Just said it there.
Let's wait till it breaks before we do anything.
That's my mantra on everything. The water heater and everything
You
else.
don't fix
I
it.
know.
He put a real Bob Vila fix on this thing. You wouldn't believe it.
I just set a board. I set a board on top
this
of it.
Something his mom's got to come over and be proud of.
Not the repair yet, but I didn't have any time. It just happened. Literally, it just happened. The time changes got me all messed up.
Oh, so we're going to blame the
good
years of
grief.
the several time changes that this deck has lived beyond. We're going to blame that on it, huh?
It's the time change.
Great. What did you do? Put a sign up and say danger and fix it?
No.
No, I just grabbed the plank and just set it over top of
You
it.
didn't even warn anybody.
I wanted everybody to feel my pain.
You need to put a warning sign up.
All right.
You need to warn people of the danger.
I'll put a
did-
sign on the door that just says "Get off my deck."
One day he tried to kill everybody with a giant
Well,
icicle.
that might work.
Yeah, I did try to kill everybody
might
with
work.
a giant icicle.
I'm just going to get you a
Oh,
YouTube
that-
album to set next to it.
A U2 album.
That's not
U2,
good.
yeah.
3D print him a board so he can fix that.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. I'll 3D print you a grating to put over top of it.
A welcome
That would be a
mat.
good idea.
Yeah.
But you need to affix the grading. You can't just put it on there like a fake grading because people will think they can step on it and they'll fall through it. And that will just be back to square one.
Well, we can staple it on.
We'll attach it
Well-
somehow.
It's long. It's long. It is as it isn't like your house stapler. You know,
Oh, well,
I don't know if that works.
I guess we should
Yeah.
staple it twice then.
We'll make it work.
We'll zip tie
Oh.
it.
Zip ties. There you go.
Maybe a little bit of Gorilla Glue.
Hi.
I'll even like
ties.
clip the extra off and burn it with a lighter. That way it's all fancy.
Why don't you take a lighter to it and like burn it to the? Yeah, right. That would be good.
Burn the whole thing down.
Well, don't burn it too much. You burn the deck down.
I just paid the house insurance, so homeowners, so burn it all down.
Well, then there we go, world famous Palm Street Studios.
That's true. Then
I
I just
know.
rebuild
You gotta think about
You just rebuild a studio.
a one-room
think about
shack.
the good and the bad.
What's that?
The good and the bad, Bill.
The good and the bad. You're right. All
Pros
right.
and cons. Pros.
We won't burn it down. Not
Are you
purposely.
tired of me yet?
I didn't
Are
know.
you tired of me yet?
So tell us about this competition. Tell us more
That
about
was a good.
what are they doing for this
Oh,
competition?
Okay, we have 3 cake teams.
Did you say
They-
cake
For the
teams?
cake team, cake, K-A,
K-A?
K-A, K-A, C-A-K-E. Good grief.
Are you sure they're
Anyway.
drinking non-alcoholic drinks?
I know. So cake teams. What do the cake teams do? There's 3 of them.
Is there Team Chocolate?
Decorating. They assemble a cake and decorate it in an hour.
Is this some 90s level Wilton cake stuff, or is it more than that?
This is like Cake Boss?
No,
It's just like-
it's some very, very creative stuff.
Could they make us a microphone cake? Because we're doing episode 650 in next couple episodes here.
Yeah.
You want them to make you a cake for your 650th episode?
Sure. That's what should inspire
I
this.
don't know. I think they're going to be. Let me tell you, I think these people are going to be so sick of making cakes after tomorrow. They're going to need a rest because it's been nonstop since like November.
So what's the
And then we have,
cake making teams?
Yeah, but people drink that much and
yeah,
get tired of
they
it.
bake their cakes. They bring their cakes in baked.
Do you
and then
remember,
they decorate them.
Mom? Do you remember? Because you were there and you lived it. But do you remember the fad? I believe it was probably in the late '80s and early '90s of the naughty cakes for their various things.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Well, the one you use a heart for the one I know you use a heart cake pan upside down,
Right.
and then you use one of those snowball things for something, and
Right.
oh my god,
So the naughty cakes. Have you ever
Naughty-
baked a naughty cake, Mom?
I have not.
Okay. Oh, wow.
I have baked a lot of cakes in my life.
But never a naughty cake.
Maybe I did.
You're not a judge of
never
this
naughty
competition, are you?
No, heavens no.
I was going to say,
I'm
because
just-
if they knew that, that
I
might
support.
disqualify them. That might
it
disqualify
would
you.
disqualify.
So what kind of cakes?
You made a naughty.
What are the plans for the cake teams? Do they have a plan? Do they go into it with a design, kind of like a
Yeah.
British Bake Off or something?
Yeah,
like,
they have to.
all right.
They have to. It's really intense because they have to break down all of their recipes, and they have to cost everything out. They have to send a picture beforehand for the judges. You have to put all these packets together for the judges to look at. It's quite. There's a lot to it. A lot.
Is there any such thing as a
So we're on-
secret ingredient to a cake that could make it better?
Not edibles. I'm sorry.
Oh,
No edibles.
damn it! Because I tell you what, the judges would be very agreeable.
They could be.
Cookies,
But
cakes?
like they judge it on decoration
Uh-huh.
and flavor and other little things, how it's assembled.
So
And
yeah.
they have different fillings. Some of these kids are doing the one's got a caramel pecan filling that's delicious.
Nice.
And there is an Oreo cookie, a cookie filling. Then there's a strawberry filling.
That seems good.
I don't know. There's a yeah. Oh,
So
it's great.
So do they practice the same cake over and over again before they go?
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
my God.
And they have to do it in an hour.
That would be so
Yeah.
daunting, practicing the same cake over and over again. It'd be almost like making the same podcast 647 times over and over again.
Yeah,
Yeah, over and over again.
yeah, it's terrible.
But each time you do it, is this work? Does that work? What works? What doesn't work? What can we improve?
We haven't learned any of that.
It's
We've learned you shouldn't be
It's-
over an hour.
you know, the office staff at the Career Center are loving this because they get all kinds of samples.
Oh, of course. Hell
Well, yeah.
So, all right. So we've covered the cake
They're
teams.
loving it.
You've got 3 cake teams. What
Yeah.
else do you have for competition?
We have 2 culinary teams.
Culinary teams.
And
That's a broad stroke right
in
there.
2020, I know. 2022, we took first place in Michigan, and then we went on to nationals. And 2023, we took 3rd place.
Oh.
So, yeah. There's
So-
16 teams competing this year.
And what would culinary? So
And,
2 teams for culinary.
they-
What do they do? Do you do like knife skills and everything else?
They have to do a 3, yes. They judge you
Ponderosa
on knife
buffet.
skills,
Uh-huh.
plating,
Okay.
taste,
All right.
preparation.
Huh.
There's a you have to do an equipment check-in for everything, product check-in for everything. Everything's got to be in order and at the right temperature and la 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 la. There's a lot to it, and they have 1 hour to do a 3-course meal.
1 hour to do a 3-course meal.
So, a 3-course meal. The AM team has 3 girls on it. They are doing a Brazani fish dish
Uh-huh.
with It's so good. I don't know what was in it. I ate it.
Well,
But the fish is. I ate it.
I'm hungry now, damn it.
The fish was amazing. The fish was amazing, and then they've got what they're calling a chocolate log dessert, which is 2 crisp wafers.
That needs a better name. That needs a better
Yeah.
name.
Well, I don't know the technical name for it.
Call
I
it a-
gotta look it up.
Okay, so it's okay. So you gave me the layman's terms,
It's
Dave.
a
So
white mousse. It's a white mousse something something.
okay, that's better.
And it's got a chocolate log with chocolate and avocado mousse. And
If anybody
It's
ever
got,
presents something to me as a log, I'm gonna be like, yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
yeah.
So that's
Well, maybe it's a
but-
dessert bar. A dessert bar. That's what they're
a
calling
dessert
it.
bar. But you said avocado in this with chocolate.
avocado chocolate. Yes, it's delicious.
Big
And
avocado
white
got to you
cream.
guys, huh? Big avocado's been trying for years, man.
Boy.
And then they've got a frozen
What the dog
blueberry,
doing?
blackberry yogurt on the top. And then there is a beet hummus. And I'm going to have them. No, Phil, it's really good. I'm not a beet person, but Phil, I'm going to have them make some, and I'm bringing it home to you, and you will like it.
All right. It'll be
And they're making naan bread. And then they have a prosciutto. It's like the ham roll-ups, a prosciutto roll-up with arugula, compressed sun-dried tomatoes are on with the fish. They're very good.
huh.
And sun-dried tomatoes are on this with feta cheese, Moretta cheese,
Loretta.
and they have compressed cucumbers underneath it, and it all works together beautifully.
Do you know the 2 keys
It really
to
does.
the 2 keys to winning any food competition are bacon and butter. Just include lots of those, and you're gonna win.
I know. Well, then the PM team
Yeah.
are doing a salmon fish with they have a spinach dip on a wonton. They shaped a wonton, a fried wonton with a spinach dip and a mussel on top.
Uh-huh.
And then they have a, what is that called? A trelache dessert. Trelaches?
Yes.
Something. I don't know. But it's good.
That's
it's all
3 of
good.
them.
It all works together.
3 leches.
Three
that-
leches.
that
But I
sounds
think that
good.
They only have leches.
So
It is. And then we have pasta this year, too.
pasta.
Their dishes, really. Yes, you have 1 hour. You have to make homemade pasta You have to make it into noodles, and they're making a chicken chow mein, and it's really good.
Chicken chow mein. So they're making
It's
the noodles
really good.
themselves, and they're making it into a chicken. That actually sounds really good.
Why do they only give them an hour?
Because they have to get everything done in an hour. It's just an hour.
So
always been-
I assume in the practice too, they run timings to kind of try to get the timings down.
Yes,
But
and everybody, so far, everybody that's practiced today has made time.
okay,
So, yay.
and you
Yay,
tell them not
yay,
to
yay.
fret at the early part, but get your ass moving at the end part.
Yeah.
So
Because they have to plate. Everything needs
Right.
to be plated and in 1 hour. Done, cooked, plated in 1 hour.
So I would imagine
So-
in the haste of all this, that even though it's not a naughty baking competition, that sometimes there are the occasional things that turn out looking like they should have been in a
Naughty.
naughty baking competition.
it bloody looks like a
Well-
penis.
It could happen. We're wondering what's up on the ceiling here at this place. We're still wondering.
Oh, I don't think you have to
We come
wonder.
up with some-
I don't think you have to wonder.
Do you have a
Well-
black light handy?
It's a happy ending from somebody.
well, I think it could have been a happy ending. That was my version, but we don't know what it is.
Well, good luck to these.
Your
But
imagination.
anyhow,
Good luck to all these kids in the competition tomorrow. I know they're going to do great. They're going to represent the Sound Like Career Center very,
hear
very
that?
well. So good luck to them all.
it
Yes.
is one that- So good luck, everybody. Phil and his gang say good luck. So remember, Phil, you do have a mom.
I'm aware. I came from somewhere.
Don't ignore your mother.
I haven't. I've been so
Yeah.
damn busy. So it's state bowling tournament.
Well,
It's
so I can still
cornhole
get busy, but you can still call me.
well, the phone works both
Hi.
ways, Mom.
She called you. Actually, she had to call me
I know.
to get to you. 'cause
I just had to say that just to be a dick.
you're
Yes,
really,
Mother.
You are really
Well,
good at being
you
a
are
dick.
a dick.
Yeah, thank you,
I
Mother.
being a dick.
It's learned behavior.
Yeah. Oh,
I wouldn't take that from him. I would.
I'm kidding,
learn it
Mother.
from me, so
I'm-
we're blaming it on the other part of the family.
It wasn't from you, Mother. No,
You should
no,
take
no.
the broken deck board to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to have more splinters from that broken deck board in my ass talking to my mother this way.
What goes around comes around, Phil.
I'm well aware. Karma's undefeated.
Oh. Yes, sir.
Well, Mother-
I'm gonna let you go.
All right, enjoy your time there. Like I said, tell all the kids we said good luck from here at the podcast, and if they want to,
we will.
we can set up something formally that maybe we can talk about this competition within the next couple of weeks here, if they want to.
That'd be good.
And
Yeah,
also tell the
Yes,
kids to make good
Jeff's
choices.
Shaking his head, yes.
right. And tell the kids to make good
Make good
choices.
choices,
Yes,
boys.
yes.
Kids, make good choices.
And tell them if I can offer them any other piece of advice besides make good choices, it's just what I tell my kids all the time. Just do your best. That's all you
Watch
can do.
your step.
Yes.
You're back.
And watch your step.
Why?
That'll make sense when you hear the story about me putting my foot through the deck board once again.
Yeah. Yeah. Do that 2 or 3 times and you just might fix it, Phil.
Right? Just might.
2 or 3 times on that
like
deck
it
might
yourself.
not be a deck anymore.
We're at 1. So, all right. Thanks for calling in, Mother. It was good to talk to you. I'm sorry I didn't call
Love
you
you
this
guys.
past week.
You owe me one, Phil, because, hey, I called you.
All right.
Bring
All
more,
right.
bring more no bakes.
Yeah. Adam loves your no-bake, so more no-bake cookies. So tell the kids if they're bored to just make your no-bake cookies, a bunch of them, and send them our way.
Yeah, they should probably do that as a warm up tonight.
Yep.
And time and then make
Yeah.
sure they get them done.
Okay, but
They got an hour.
be careful. Make good choices. Be good.
All right. We'll do, Mother. We'll talk to you later.
good boy.
Have fun, okay?
All right.
I want baked no
All right.
bakes.
Well, we're having a good time.
Good. Good.
All right.
Continue.
No bake. No bake.
You got it.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
But I want
Bye.
baked no bakes.
Have you ever had peanut butter no-bake cookies?
Oh, yes.
Oh my god. Peanut butter no bakes, like standard no bakes are awesome, but peanut butter no bakes too, like
Oh,
they're like lighter brown and they're just so good. Butterscotch ones too. I've had those too. All right. What should we do now? Wrap this up?
Are we to that point? Holy cow. That went
We
by
got to that.
fast.
It's like me being stuck in the deck.
Was it 3 hours? Was it 30 seconds?
I don't know.
We'll never know.
Nobody knows.
I'm going to have to pull the footage from the neighbor's security camera to find out. They're like, yeah, we've been watching this. You were actually stuck in there for 4 hours.
Well, maybe Google caught you.
Maybe. Can you imagine the next roadmap? It's just me. Like, Street View.
Excellent.
Excellent. It'll go around the web. Look at this fat, dumb guy.
You'll be on one of those, YouTube videos, top 10 best things to look up on Google Earth.
Yeah.
World famous Palm Street Studios.
That's going to be our big break.
Fat guy plugs huge hole on deck. You're lucky you weren't skinny. You'd have just fallen all the way through. Who knows what's under that deck?
Fat guy gets pegged.
We've already had that podcast.
Obviously, you're not subscribed to Phil on YouTube.
Ugh.
All right, should we get out of here?
Yes.
Why not? Why not?
Okay. Well, he's Adam Filkins. I'm Phil Nickel. We had our featured guest here tonight, Brian the Blade, as well as the Grumpy Griller. Thank you to my mother for calling in. Good luck to all those aspiring chefs in their competition this week. I think they'll do just great. Of course, after this airs, once this airs, they'll have already completed it, but we'll figure it out. Sort yourself out. But we are live.
Yeah.
Because I've been getting texts from people about how big of an idiot I am, so
Yeah, but
I don't
That's
need to
just
be
a-
I don't need to be reminded of that.
that's just a Sunday for you.
All right. From all of us here at the Palm Street Studios, make good choices.